Last night, as I was lying in bed, winding down for the day, I somehow stumbled upon a link to Amanda Todd's video that she had done and uploaded to YouTube before her suicide. And I watched it, the whole thing, and it's certainly not the first time I've heard of a teenager committing suicide because of bullying, whether that bullying was experienced in quote-unquote real life or on the internet, which is just as real. But I thought, I could do something or try. I've uploaded my stories before. I've seen the campaigns, which I think are really trying to solve the problem, but going about it in a bass-ackwards way. They're directing the campaigns towards the bullies, suggesting that bullies should stop bullying because bullying isn't quote-unquote cool. It's the wrong way to approach the problem. Amanda's issues were unique to Amanda, as everybody's issues are unique to their own situation, but she felt alone. I'm sure she had a good family, but that doesn't make you feel any less alone when you're confronted with problems that are seemingly insurmountable. And I had experienced bullying when I was younger too. The worst of it in high school. It was pretty bad. Verbal abuse to the point where I had to switch high schools. My grades suffered, and even after switching high schools, was confronted with a different type of bully that was a bit more physically menacing. So even though I have an amazing family and always have had an amazing family, that didn't make it any easier when I had to face those problems. The one thing that I didn't have to face growing up was the onslaught of abuse from social networks, and that would only compound the problems, I can imagine. So, as I've been reading the news, Amanda Todd's mom, Carol, says that she doesn't want other children to suffer as her daughter. And I think the only way of addressing this is talking about it. And I don't just mean me sitting here in front of a webcam going blah, blah, blah. I have an idea. I don't know where the idea is going to go. I don't know if it's actually going to happen. My idea is to create an event, a day-long event, where we can bring adults who've been bullied and have gone on to lead happy, productive, successful lives, put them on stage, have them share their stories in 20-minute chunks, and the audience be filled with kids, young people, teenagers, those who feel they're bullied. Bring them together to show them that they're each not alone, and highlight stories to explain that it does possibly get better. I don't think anybody's done that to date. And as someone who's experienced this myself, and still, to this day, face cruel, just reprehensible attacks against my character, because I continue to put myself out there, because I refuse to be a victim. I was bullied when I was younger. Not anymore. Doesn't make it any easier to deal with, but I survived and I pulled through. And my situation may not be anybody's situation because everyone's unique, different circumstances. But I think we all agree that being the victim of a bully or bullies is not a good position to be in. I'm not the only one. There are other adults. There are other kids. You're not alone. And if you think that you are alone, you're not talking to the right people. Because believe me, there are the right people to talk to. People who've had similar experiences. So I don't know if my event idea will ever come to fruition. Maybe it's a dumb idea. I don't know. I'll talk to a few people, see what happens. But I think it needs to happen. I think these stories need to be surfaced. And I think you guys need to hear these stories. And I don't just mean online. A YouTube video is one thing, but getting out and meeting people and connecting with them can change your life. It can save your life. You won't feel so alone. Even if you have an amazing family, I know what it's like. Don't give up.